This was where the science of Nashville International Center for Empowerment was. The genesis of the organization that we have, it began from here. The only room that we had was on the other sides, was on this side of this building. It was only one room, and then try to teach English as a second language there. The reason we call it a Sudanese Community and Women's Services Center is because, in fact, this was meant to serve women. Start with my wife from my own apartment. I had decided to teach her English. And then from there, her cousins and some other community member start to join her in my own apartment. And then when these women start coming with their children, it made it impossible to teach them in one apartment. Then the idea were to get to the community, solicit some support, asking them for financial contribution, or whatever anyone has. I were able to collect those money to pay for the rent for this building. Going to 2010, we thought that, okay, now we're no longer serving Sudanese. We're now broadly serving people from all over the world that have been coming. Then therefore, we don't need to call ourselves Sudanese Community and Women's Services Center. We have to change our name. We came up with the idea of NICE, Nashville International Center for Empowerment, in 2010. Initially, it was really a challenge. I knew the ideas was good, and also beginning such a huge idea when the only source of the income that we had was the contribution from the community. The year NICE began resettling refugees, the approval was 2010. Then we did not resettle our first refugees to Nashville until April of 2011. It was really overwhelming. It felt so enjoy, and it felt so understandable that you know the situation these refugees were going through. But I remember meeting Miss Donna Pack. It was time when Donna brought her daughter, Casey Pack, to come and interview me, because Casey had heard about Lost Boy of Sudan, and then she wanted to find somebody that she can interview. And I told her to come to meet me at the center. While I was interviewed by Casey, Donna was sitting there, and I said, hey, while waiting your daughter, can you actually watch this kid, and can you help us? And Donna, from that day, the happiest lady that she is, she fell in love to what she saw, and then she began the center with us. She became a go-to individual. Anything you can think of that needs connection, that needs support, you go to Donna.
Gat introduced us to the original thoughts that we ever had about Lost Boys, other than they existed in Nashville. And we were soon to learn that there were a lot of young boys that had to leave South Sudan unaccompanied, many settled here in Nashville. When I first met Gat, and it was just a little bit of teaching the women English, that program grew, as did the kids. I soon found myself teaching ESL as well. Casey, my daughter, time for her to go to college, she was very torn, her dream school of NYU, or the children that she had been watching. I promised her, I'll never leave your heart. Her heart was with Gat. Here we are, how many years later? Over 20 years later, and we're still doing the same thing.
I was on my way taking a single mom with her 2 children for a week at the Coleman Center. And there, Tanya stopped and asked me, who are you? And then she came to the center. She saw what I was doing. She said, how can I help? Funding that we had from the very beginning came from Tanya. It was Tanya who actually connected me with Barbara Clinton at Vanderbilt. And then we apply grant money from United Way, our first grant money that was actually written by Tanya. So Tanya is just an unbelievable human being.
The United Way opportunity that we did was a sewing project where we were able to buy sewing machines and materials and things. Some of the women in the community who knew a lot were training other women that didn't know as much, but they were able to start small businesses from the things that they were able to make and sell. So it's exciting for me to see that, like, from the very beginning, you know, the Sudanese Center was there, and then under Kat's leadership, it grew into this amazing, vibrant organization that's helping all of these people, and that I got to have a really small part in that. It's exciting to see that impact.
I came to United States in 2016. The reason why I came here is because, like my country, there's too much fighting going on. The place is unstable. We are always on run. That's why I left the country. I moved to refugees camp in Kenya. Then I got resettlement from there to come to United States. A nice office helped me to start my work process to get here. Then when I got my citizenship, then I started doing my mom process through nice office. They're the one who did it all for me. They came, we were inside the airport, you know, at the gate there waiting for them with some friends of mine. Then I saw them coming, then just my tears came out, you know. I love Nashville so much. We're not going anywhere. We are living here. This is our home now.
So I heard about NICE a year ago when I went to Nashville State Community College. They told me you need to bring a diploma. It was just such a long thing to bring my high school diploma all the way from like Peru and translate it from Spanish and English. And they gave me a list of places that I can go and take tests. So I called every single number, and I was just, okay, well, never mind. I left messages. In 5 minutes right before I start driving, Miss Ali calls me back. And that was the beginning of the journey with NICE. Through NICE, I learned, you know, discipline, patience, perseverance. And I think you can achieve that with that support. There's such a great support system.
The issue of a resettlement program being terminated was really challenging. Being a refugee myself who came from a war-torn country in Sudan, coming through that, the only hope I had with this program. But even with all these challenges, we will continue to grow. We will continue to provide leadership. We will continue to overcome where we are by looking for a way forward to become the future organization that everybody would want to be part of.
This is not what America is. We have open arms. We welcome the tired and the weary, and that's what we will do. Right now, it is what it is, and we're going to be strong and get through it.
I think the future for NICE, I would like to see them have support. We need to help the people that need help as much as we can. I'm glad that they're here, but I think the rest of us really need to support them in the important work that they're doing.
Dr. Gatford 2005 did not believe we would be where we are today. Did not think it was an easy idea. But also had hope that life could also be changed by the work that we do, and that we do it collectively.